Purple Haze, one of the deadliest stands in all of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. Aside from being extremely lethal, it has incredible destructive power and speed to back itself up. And the stand itself looks like it's something you wouldn't want to mess with. I mean, seriously, look at this. Alright. Look at this guy. Look at this dude. Alright, you're walking home from work at night, and this thing, right, this stand approaches you, and it threatens to kill you if you don't give it money. What are you gonna do? Like, what? How do you respond to Purple Haze asking you for money or kills you? I mean, it's probably already gonna kill you in the first place, but how do you? So Purple Haze has these bulbs on its hand that when broken release a deadly flesh-eating virus, and when this virus releases, it surrounds the stand, and as you may have guessed by now, will infect anything within its range, and I mean absolutely anything. But what makes it even scarier is how quickly this thing can kill you, and as it can and will melt a fully grown human into probably like a little puddle of blood and bones, not even really blood, just like goozing flesh shit, and like probably less than a minute. It's really crazy, disgusting, and deadly bad. And that happens because the virus will eventually spread and multiply throughout the person's body, and it'll just rot them from the inside out very quickly since it spreads so fast. And I'm pretty sure there's like really bad flesh-eating viruses that exist out there in our world, so like, you know, as long as we don't get anything like this, we should be fine, because if there's a massive outbreak of this, finding a cure is going to take like a lot of work, and then we're probably going to like die and shit, and that'd be scary. Or the world will just turn into a Resident Evil alternate timeline because we've got crazy stuff going on. Somebody call up stars. And unfortunately, this stand's attack can't distinguish between ally or enemy, so that makes the stand pretty dangerous to use, and it's one of the main reasons why its user Fugo doesn't like to use it in battle that often, because he doesn't want to sit here and endanger all his friends. And you know, people call him bad for him ditching the gang before they left to go fight Diavolo, but like, he wanted to protect his friends and he didn't want to betray his boss, because if he would have done both, you know, like, he would have eventually ended up probably killing everybody around him if push came to shove, just because of how deadly Purple Haze is. It would have not been able to distinguish between Diavolo and Giorno and everybody else, and he would have probably ended up just like killing everybody. And if an opponent is out of range and he fails to strike directly, Purple Haze can shoot these bulbs from its hand, so that still has some bit of range to it, not as much as other stands, but given he can shoot these capsules that release these flesh-eating viruses that will kill you in probably less than a minute, that's pretty damn scary. And even though the stand is very powerful and deadly and scary as shit, I mean, seriously, look at that thing. It's pretty damn creepy. The range of the virus itself is not too long, even though he can't shoot the bulbs from his hand, but the actual range of the virus when it lands and it pops out in the little smoke-looking cloud, or what we would always say before, it looked like a cloud of poison. That range itself is pretty short, and it gets weakened by any form of light, so whether it's like sunlight or light from like a torch or a lamp, it'll weaken the virus a little bit. And thankfully, Giorno's a genius, so he was able to find out that he could cure Purple Haze's virus with the right antibodies, so he uses gold experience to change, I think it was a flower, into a snake, and then he uses antibodies from the snake to make a vaccine to cure himself before he ended up dying to Purple Haze. So the fact that Giorno was able to make an antibody at this point, now that I think about it, after sitting down and writing notes and stuff, he probably could have just kept this vaccine on them at all times, and Fuko could have actually probably fought, and as long as they had the vaccines, they would have been okay, and they wouldn't have ever really suffered through this problem. So now it kind of doesn't make as much sense in my head. But also, why didn't Giorno become a doctor if he could do this? I mean, think about it, right? He just cured a deadly flesh-eating virus that can kill grown-ass men in less than a minute, but he decided to become a gangstar. Now, I understand his goal was always to become a gangstar. It's not like Giorno was ever like, I'm gonna be a doctor, but think about it, y'all. If he became a doctor, think of the things he could do, man. Seriously, like, He could probably cure cancer, he could probably cure AIDS, he could probably cure a bunch of uncurable things or things that they haven't found a cure for yet. The common cold still doesn't really have like a cure, like a medicine for it. I mean, if you're coughing and stuff, you'll take cough medicine. If you're like all nasally, you can have like nasal spray and stuff. But the common cold, you get like a fever and stuff, there's no real cure for it. You kind of just sweat it out, eat crackers and soup, lay in bed, watch cartoons all day, watch TV, whatever. Like when you're a kid, you sit down and watch cartoons. There's no real like cure for it. If Giorno probably became a doctor or thought about it, he could most likely find a cure for the common cold. I'm just saying, that's just what I think. But with all that aside, by the time this is uploaded and you guys are seeing it, all of Vento Ario's crystal clear, beautiful colored scans have been translated, and you can read them on Batoto. That's BATO.TO. For free. All you have to do is make a Batoto account, or you can sign it with a Twitter account if you have one of those, and then you can read every single part of JoJo on that website. And there's a bunch of other manga and stuff that you can read on there. And no, I'm not getting sponsored or anything like that. I wish. That would be really cool. But there's a lot of people that ask me, hey, where can I read this? Or, what do I do on Batoto, etc., etc. That's all you gotta do. You just make your account, or you sign it with a Twitter, and then you can search JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in the top right. And like the little search bar, and then all of the manga parts will show up, and you click on the one, and then you start from the first chapter, and that's that. And of course there's people that already know that, but this is just for the people that aren't fully aware of all of these things. Or people that still ask me, hey, where can I read this, or where can I check that for JoJo? So I just thought I'd let you guys know again. With that being said, that's pretty much just how Purple Haze works. It's not too difficult. I will eventually make a different video talking about Purple Haze Distortion, because I want to actually just talk a little bit more about Purple Haze Feedback, which is the spin-off book for part 5. So if you guys want that, then let me know down below in the comments if you guys want any other explanations or stand discussions or JoJo discussions or anything like that. You're always free to leave recommendations in the comments, of course. And you guys don't gotta sit there and kill each other in the comments. Sometimes I read the comments and I wonder, are you guys okay? Because sometimes some mean things are said about each other over opinions or over what you think. And you could think somebody's wrong, but you don't gotta be so extra, man. It's crazy. But with that being said, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate all the support on the channel. And leave a like if you enjoyed the video, subscribe if you're new, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace.